let's talk about a small racist dwarf. How's that for a transition, huh? So Alina, do you guys know who Alina is? So this is Alina. Alina is from 90 Day Fiance, and she's the dwarf from 90 Day Fiance. Alina, oh, I'm gonna try to pronounce his last name. Kozvennikova. Huh? She's getting fired from TLC. She is not going to be on the reunion. She's not going to be on any additional seasons. They're just wrapping up this season with her because of her racist social media posts. You know, I have a take on this. My take is that she made a joke in 2015, so her life is null and void, and she is an irredeemable racist, basically Hitler adjacent. She does not deserve to share the air with me and my perfection. First, I'm going to show you this video, and it's going to summarize her what she said and did, her racism.
Alina Kozhennikova made history as the first little person to star in the 90 Day franchise. While the TLC star started as a fan favorite because of her go-getter attitude and candidness about her disability, things quickly went south for the aspiring model. With not just her behavior on the show, but also her numerous disparaging remarks about the Asian and Black communities over the years. Here's a look at the shady side.
You know those little boats you put in a bathtub and they're just kind of powered by the water?
On January 11th, Alina took to Instagram to post a throwback photo that featured the 90 Day Fiance.
Okay, this photo they're about to show is, if you haven't seen it with the caption, it's rough. It's pretty funny. How absurd it is.
Wearing a penciled beard and a red bandana. But it was her caption that caused a massive furor among the fans, which read, "Yo, gotta do some gold digging. #gangsta.
Also, he didn't read the N-word, but she does say, yo, that. When I first watched this, I didn't even realize because of the pause.
The 27-year-old lied that the photo caption was photoshopped. She also pointed out that she is a minority too, and that she would never disrespect other minorities, stating that it wouldn't make sense. Alina then confessed to her mistake and apologized for her behavior. "I sincerely want to apologize to those whose feelings have been hurt," she wrote in her statement. "I am and always will be against any form of discrimination." However, instead of taking accountability for her mistake and learning from it, she downplayed her racist remarks, claiming she wasn't aware that the N-word was offensive because she is Russian. She went on to say that she saw a lot of people use the term on social media, so she believed it meant bro or fella. As two more offensive captions she wrote several years back quickly
in this photo, what's not being shown here is that she was actually scared for her life in this photo. I think that she might just be racist.
Surfaced, causing more trouble for the TV star. One 2017 image.
Okay, this one just made me laugh out loud. I don't care. You call me racist. I'll get my Middle Eastern father on the horn.
At a Dubai Fashion Week, with the description, "Got married today, became a 134th wife." Another racist post from 2015 sees her take a pot shot at her crush Hugh Grant and how his children wouldn't meet her taste. His wife is Asian, so all the kids would be kinda Asian.
That's, to me, this one was not, I don't even understand. This is so out of context. This one, the first one, we'll talk about. The second one, clearly a joke. I don't think anyone in chat's offended by the second one. This third one is like, what was the context here? I don't understand. Like, this, on its own, his wife is Asian, so the kids would be kind of Asian. Yeah, sure, okay. If she was Black, the kids would be kind of Black. Like, is there anyone Asian in chat who's like having a meltdown over the statement? Now, granted, what is she saying there? What is there more or less to it? You could pull any one-liner out of a conversation between me and my friends and be like, yep, look at that.
Following the controversies, her closest...
Is that Caleb? Or I mean Elijah? I thought he was hiding the fact that he was gay out of fear for what Russia would do to him, according to what my chat told me. My man is full-on mask off. He's got fucking nipple... What is even happening, bro? Not hiding it anymore. What? There is nothing gay here. We're just dancing. He's just clubbing, bro. Dude, you're actually right. Me and all my straight bros, we often dress like this when we go out clubbing, and I always bring my little pink clutch with me. I never leave the house without it. If you're just joining the stream, by the way, Elijah is super fucking gay. I want to be very clear. Elijah is one of the gayest men on earth, and we love him for it. Okay?
Friend Elijah took to Instagram to pin a long post defending her, saying that she is not racist. She also received some support from her American boyfriend, Caleb Greenwood, who mentioned on a since-expired Instagram story that he knows in his heart of hearts that his potential partner...
Well, of what Ham said, and I can imagine this would be said if they got arrested hey man, he's just carrying her clutch. And right before the photo was taken, he got into a fishing accident. Okay, so that's what she did. And you can have your opinion. I'll share my opinion in a second. But what I really wanted to show was people.com from People Magazine. Is People a TV? I don't know anything. They put out a video talking about it, and their takes are what really got me interested in talking about this on stream. So let me show you. Also, this photo they used for Alina here has got to be one of the funniest things you've ever seen. Okay, hold on. So here it is.
Fiance's Alina Kay will no longer be part of the popular franchise after racist
I'm sorry, but this is just so funny. Racists never win. A small dwarf woman in a fucking wheelchair. Racists never win. There's a woman on here who starts talking, and it makes me irrationally mad. So I'm gonna try to calm myself as to not say something stupid, which if you watch me often does not happen.
The statement reads, quote, TLC discontinued filming with Alina following the recent discovery of her past social media statements. She will not appear on the upcoming tell-all, any future seasons of the franchise, and starting next month, she will no longer appear on Before the 90 Days.
Oh, they're cutting her episodes. Wow. I didn't even know that part. Okay.
TLC
not
does
sharing my opinion
not
yet.
tolerate racism or discrimination of any kind.
Dude, you know what I would love TLC to do? Because they wouldn't tolerate racism or discrimination of any kind. So that includes jokes or anything like that. So TLC, I have a challenge for you because I want to hold you to the same standard that we're going to hold your cast. Okay, so you need to put out a task force that's going to go through the social medias of every single person working under the TLC umbrella. Every single person, you need to scrub their public social medias. And in fact, let's go further. You need to scrub the conversations they're having with their friends in private Discords. You need to scrub everything because we cannot tolerate jokes from 7 years ago. We cannot coexist with human beings who make jokes 7 years ago. We can't. I expect all of your CEOs and your family too. If you're a CEO at TLC and you have children, I want to see their social media posts too, because people are unforgivable for jokes they've made. They are simply unforgivable. So let's get everyone at TLC, everyone associated with TLC. I want the fucking key grip. I want to see what he posted in 2012, because if he made a joke that I currently today with this new frame mindset, nearly 10 years later, find unfunny, he needs to get off the show. It's that simple.
The resurfaced posts, which date back to 2014 and 2015, have since been deleted, but
just tip her over in the chair. That's how they should have fired her.
The Russian-born reality star used the N-word multiple times while describing a party she was invited to.
Oh, it was multiple times.
She repeated the same racial slur in a later Instagram caption, while other posts showed her mocking Asian and Muslim people.
The standard is absurd. And get ready, because here we go. Grandpa Wubby shakes fist at cloud. Here it comes. Kids these days are on TikTok, right? A lot of young kids, they're documenting a lot of shit. A lot of shit that I'm very thankful I didn't get a chance to document, because when I was their age, it was Harvest Moon and coming into a toilet is all I did. These kids who are posting like their entire life and on social media, do not post anything you find funny, because in 10 years, you're fucked. The joke of her doing the like gangster outfit and then using the N-word, not cool. Wasn't cool. She's Russian. I will give her the benefit of the doubt, because I'm not going to claim to know the culture in Russia. I don't know. Now, 7-8 years ago, I might have found it funny. I don't know. Is it funny today? No. If she feels sorry for it and she apologizes, what else is there to do? She's an evil human who's racist. Like, I think that's quite the leap to sit here and be like, you lose your job, the entire world is going to hate you now. I'm sure she's getting a whole flurry of horrible shit her way from a joke she apologized for 8 years ago. Think about, close your eyes right now. Let's say, how old are you? Let's say you're 25, 26, 27. Close your eyes. Can you picture the person you were 8 years ago? It's hard to, really hard to. In fact, me from 2 years ago makes me cringe. Me from last week, I'm like, why did I say that? Who the fuck were you 8 years ago? Like, you have to be able to redeem yourself. I think we paint with a broad brush when we call someone racist, and it weakens actually calling racist people racist. It causes this argument. It's just so stupid. This lady on the right, she says some things that I want to talk about, so we'll get to that.
Jody, I don't even know where to start with this, but you know, she's obviously not the only one in the news. This past 2 weeks, Jenny Nguyen was actually fired from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her old Facebook things resurfaced, and then Bravo announced the other day that she was actually fired from the show regarding her past remarks on the Black Lives Matter movement.
So that's different. That'd be a different example, right? That is something that happened now, and it sounds like an opinion she's sharing and holding. I'm not going to comment on that. That's completely different than someone making a joke 8 years ago.
What's your kind of personal take on people's insensitive past social media posts kind of causing them them to be fired now? Do you think that there should be a one-on-one interview to see if they've kind of learned any?
What an amazing take. Oh, she didn't give a take. She posed this question. She also folds really hard because I think you're a pussy and bad at interviewing. But that's actually like, that is such a good way. Like, this happens with Alina. Why not milk it for content, TLC, and turn it into something positive? Maybe sit down with Alina, get her opinions now. She can give a formal apology and talk about how she's grown and how she's sorry. But like, it's just scorched earth with these networks. Anyway, okay, let's see what she has to say.
Anything, or do you think that we should deplatform these people kind of immediately, or is it a case-by-case basis?
I think that when in doubt, you should deplatform them.
I think that we should be able to hit women with knowledge. What a stupid fucking thing to say. I think that we should take away the person's ability to share their opinion. When in doubt, cancel. You're so stupid. What a stupid fucking take. And a dangerous one. Imagine you get accused of something, you weird chomper horse teeth woman. When in doubt, deplatform. What a zero IQ take,
I think
bro.
that there are
Hold on.
consequences.
I just need you to hear it one more time because that one sentence is just like, what?
Case by case.
I think that when in doubt, you should deplatform them. I think that there are consequences for actions, and this is one of those consequences, especially when the posts are as recent as, 2015 or even
As recent as closer to 10 years ago than not. As recent as 7 years, 8 years. I thought she was going to say as recent as last month. If that didn't hit your ear weird, I think you needed to do some searching. Seriously. She said as recent as 2015. 2015 is recent to you guys? Look at how much the world has changed socially in just those 7 years. In just the last 2.
yes, some time has passed. For the 90-Day Fiance star, for Jenny, that was last year.
Yeah, okay, Jenny's different. We're not talking about Jenny. That's a different thing entirely.
So you couldn't say that you've grown and that you've changed since then. But at the same time, like, again, there are consequences to your actions, and that wasn't okay then. And it's certainly not okay now.
Okay.
I think if things happened 15, 20 years ago.
So that's the cutoff. So in your opinion, you could be racist 20 years ago. See how it falls apart? It's such horrible logic. So you're advocating right now that you can be racist 20 years ago. I'm advocating that people are allowed to make mistakes, grow, apologize, or even if you want to make the argument, jokes are jokes. I'm not making that argument. I'm making the argument that, maybe she made a mistake and she's sorry.
There can be some room for growth
Oh, so, okay, so you can grow. Okay, so Alina had to be on the show in 5 years and she would have made
during
the
that
cut.
time, especially if they were a lot younger, maybe. But again,
It sounds
I
like
think that
like she has no rules for this shit. Maybe if they were young, it's really comes down to how I feel about it. So maybe if they were younger, or maybe what are the rules here, lady?
when networks are put in this position, I always agree with them letting these stars go, because this just isn't the image that they want to project.
I can understand a network cutting because it's easier and safer. I don't think it's the right thing to do, but I get it. So I will agree there. I understand why TLC is just faster and easier for them to be like, bye-bye.
And then if the stars want to go separately and work on themselves, that's great. And that's totally up to them. But I don't think that we should be promoting them.
I completely understand. I mean, I sort of see both sides to it because part of me does want to see this comeuppance. Part of me wants to see
Don't
them
fold,
have to kind
interview lady.
explain or work through the reasons that they made these statements in the first place.
So she just said, why would you make remarks like this from 7-8 years ago? I need an explanation, yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, here's my explanation. I just Googled this to make sure. Here's what Alina could say. Well, when I made the comments, I was a teenager. Alina is 27. Depending on the exact month, she may have made those comments when she was 19. To these lovely women, I would love to hold them accountable for every single fucking thing they said when they were teenagers, almost a decade later, and see how they stack up. Most human beings on this planet would fail the TLC test if we took what they said when they were teenagers and threw it on a billboard and said, can you defend this? That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean it's not something we should talk about. I agree with bringing it up, but to say deplatform her, do not give her the opportunity to even explain, as the woman on the right here is saying. That's the issue. I'm okay with talking about it. I'm okay with accepting responsibility. Cool. But she's like, deplatform immediately. No chance, no forgiveness, retribution. When in doubt, end their career. Exactly. Take everything from them.
Yeah. And I think the problem with doing a case by case basis is then you're kind of having to evaluate what's worse than something else. And
I don't agree with that at all. I think that there are levels to racism. I really do. I think that I can make light Jewish jokes with my friend Ham, and they are racist jokes, but we're both having fun. But there are things I could say on this stream that would kill that fun instantly. No? How can you say there's not levels? It's so brain dead. I'm sorry. Friends can banter. There's a line. How is there not a line? When you don't see a line, suddenly everything is bad. Of course there's a line. I could think of so many, and you could do so many worse things Alina could have said. It doesn't make it better. I'm saying, but there's levels to it.
But
Right,
at the
where's
end
the
of the
line?
day, all racism is bad. All racism is unacceptable. And so you can't really say, well, this wasn't as racist as this, you know?
You can. I think you can. If I made a joke in the company of friends, or one of my friends made a joke, that's not the same as, you know, making I don't want to go there. I don't even want to go there. That should tell you that there's levels to it.
You have to be careful with that. And I think that that's why taking a hard stance is kind of the way to go.
Well, there you go. Kind of dumb. I couldn't stand it. Should Alina be canceled for it? That's up to the network. But do I think she deserves the hate? It's like, I don't know. I don't think so. She was a fucking child when she said it. She's sorry. What else is there to say, man? It was a joke. It was unfunny. It was tasteless, and it's over now. Move on. Bro, who makes the decision on what is and isn't racist if all racism is treated the same? That's a can of worms, bro. I don't fucking know. Cancel everyone. This is so mean. On the subreddit right now. Am I the only one who sees this? Oh my god.
I want to feel your beard with my teeth.
In GTA, I remember I would do like burnouts, like where I'd burn the tires out of my car. And I was driving one time. This was when I was a teenager in GTA. A cop on the other side of the road going the opposite way. I spun my tires and I floored it through the light. And the cop flipped on his lights and his siren and went to make a U-turn to come after me. And instead of pulling over, I ran in GTA. And I pulled into a Michael's, like the craft store, parking lot. And I parked my car like into the most crowded spot I could. And I ran into Michael's and just started pretending like I was looking for shit, pretending I had to go diarrhea or something. And I waited and I waited and I waited until the cop had to be gone. And I got in my car and I left. And I think about that story in GTA. And I think about that today and I go, what a fucking retard I was. Are you kidding me, Wubby? You could have ruined your whole fucking life for nothing. I would be around the age Alina was when she made those comments. God, we were idiots. Thank God most of you don't know about it, right? But you're white though? Well, I was in full blackface for this. That probably, yeah, it was the whole thing. I just got back from my theater I don't know.